Miller is one of my least favorite. Honestly, he's one of my least favorite people in games journalism. I've always disliked him. I think that he's always had a weird bias towards Sony, which I think is very cringe. I don't like it. I've seen him. He's also very, very, very into playing politics. And I don't like, if you're going to be a journalist, you should try to be as objective as possible. And especially when you're a game journalist, like calling out, attacking half of the country just because you don't like them personally is cringe, and it makes me not want to watch you. If you go out and attack half of the people and try not to just be objective with your game journalist website, I don't want to listen to you. I don't find anything you have valid. I think you already have an extreme bias that I don't want to listen to. And Greg Miller's always had that problem. And this is some cringe that recently happened with him, and I want to get into it.
Now returning to the news, where it is literally just the news. This morning's leading story, an asteroid dubbed the City Killer, once reported to have only a 1 in 100 chance of hitting the Earth, has now doubled in its chances of colliding with a city near you. This asteroid, large enough to wipe out an entire city, could potentially hit the Earth in 2032, just 7 years away. Will you be prepared to protect your family?
Dude, I'm gonna just get naked. I'm gonna oil myself up. I'm gonna light myself on fire, and I'm gonna fire up at that asteroid. I'm gonna hit it with one of these, right? And then I'm gonna hit one of these, and then it's gonna explode. And I'm gonna fly down like a phoenix from the ashes down to the earth. I'm gonna be completely naked. Everybody's gonna see my gut hanging over where they can't see my penis because it's like a perfect shield for my junk. And everybody's gonna rush toward me, but stay a reasonable way away because I don't wanna be one of those YouTubers. And they're going to praise me on how glorious I am for fighting the asteroid with my wonderful naked body.
When the apocalypse begins. More on this at 11. In other news, a games journalist hijacked a video game award show in order to teach the audience how to spell his name. The person in question, whose name is spelled Gregmiller, according to reports, seems desperate for anyone, to notice him and validate his existence. Scientists have postulated that writing his name out onto a bathroom mirror using red lipstick may summon him to your location.
Bro, so be careful, dude. Unless you want to make out with Greg Miller and get some of that little ginger beard, you're always watching Bad Friends with Bobby Lee and Bobby Santino, and you're like, Greg Miller kind of looks like Bobby Santino. He's like the Wish version that's not actually funny. I know he has a website called Kind of Funny, but he's not actually funny. I'm just gonna pretend because I can afford to get him here by doing the bathroom trick, and I can't get Bobby Santino to make out with me.
More disturbingly, Greg Miller expressed his desire to fornicate U.S. President Donald Trump through a cult.
This is such a funny take. This is such a funny perspective on this. That's what really is going on. So instead of you being able to make out with Greg Miller wants to bend the orange man over a barrel and make his dick look like he just took it out of a bag of Cheetos.
Cult-like chant, which the audience then echoed back to him in the chamber which the game show was being conducted. Coming up next, horse parachutes. Are they safe for human use? Our straight white male correspondent, Fred Futbucker, has more for you on this.
Fred Buttfucker, dude. This guy's brilliant. I fucking love this guy.
After the break.
You're listening to KAB.
Dude, this is just brilliant. His editing and stuff is so fucking brilliant. Now, I know you might not like the anti-SJW content or whatever, or like making fun of... I hate game journalism. I think it's a crock, it's a circle jerk, it's garbage. It isn't actual journalism at all. It's just like, how many dicks can I shake? I remember when Destin left IGN and his first interview was Greg Miller. I was like, well, he's not going to be objective. I mean, if you're hanging out with people like this and trying to shake hands with the right people and getting the right fucking knobs to suck on, you're like scratching the right taint so you can get the right genitals in your mouth, whether you're spreading and licking or grabbing and gulping, you're not going to actually be objective. You're here to suck people off, and I hate that. I'm sorry. You should want to push back. You should want to find the actual information. That's actual journalism.
Hey everyone. So, in all seriousness, people asked me to look into the Dice Game Awards and to look into Greg Miller. People were asking if I would put on the business suit, my work suit and tie, and if I would address the topic there. And I was looking into Greg Miller, and I'm going to be honest here. I was looking him up, and my brain went numb because he was so boring, and I was trying to learn about him and figure out what he's done and what he's about. And there was nothing interesting. And I just went numb.
Bro, and it's so bad. He's so boring. I went to critique him when I did my Destin video a while back. And my whole thing was I was going to watch him and Destin's interview, parts of it. And I couldn't get over how insufferable he is. And it's so annoying considering he has a fucking site called Kinda Funny, which he's never fucking funny on. What's the fucking point of that? You're not kind of funny. You're zero funny. You have zero giggity schmoodle ability. You've got your fucking dick caught in a barbed wire fence, and you're just standing there saying, "Isn't this funny? It's caught in a barbed wire fence. It's caught in a barbed wire fence." It's just nothing, dude. It's a bunch of nothing. Actually, that would be pretty funny if that was his whole skit. It's just fucking his dick caught in a barbed wire fence. You're like, "It's caught in a barbed wire fence. It's bleeding out on its head." That would be good, dude. I would actually be like, this is a little fucking weird to put it on YouTube, but I mean, it is kind of funny.
He has zero unique identifying traits. There's nothing interesting about him. And I don't know him. I don't know him personally. But I know that I'm not going to waste my time with such a boring person. I think I heard somebody say that he used to write for IGN. Look, I don't care. Here's my philosophy. Life is extremely short, and you shouldn't waste your life on boring things and boring people. And pardon my French, but good Lord Almighty, this guy.
Pardon my French. Fuck Nickel Tuesdays. I don't like the cut of your jib there, buddy. You look like you put cheese graters on your asshole and then shred it into a cup and turn it into hot cocoa.
Is bland. And I don't know what his deal is. I don't know anything about him, so I don't necessarily, think that I should be I'm not going to address him on a professional level, especially not with a suit, because I have a policy against punching down on children and people with mental health issues. And I don't know where this guy falls on that.
Bro just called him a retarded baby. Yeah, I don't want to punch down on this stupid retarded baby with glasses. I don't know who the fuck this Greg Miller guy is, but he's a retarded baby. He's like an infant douchebag baby retard.
Scale, he was just so boring that I quit. I was looking him up and I quit. So I don't know what I want to give you guys something interesting. I don't know. Greg Miller, from what I see, he's a child that is desperately seeking validation from an echo chamber on the internet. And that's so boring because that's basically every single games journalist that we've seen within the past.
Yeah, dude, what's that one chick? Let me know in the comments below. What's that one chick that's like wants to slob, God, she's, what's her name? She's like that, Melissa McCarthy chick, where she just wants to fucking, anytime she can get any attention, bro, she just wants to slob it down, bro. She wants to slob down so hard. Everybody's, like, knows how bad she's a fucking simp for everything, dude. She's such a pathetic, I think, who's she? She wants to simp, I know she had a thing for, like, Hassan. She's had things for other people. It's just weird. She's fucking weird. I think it's Melissa McCarthy, but I'm not 100% sure on that. You'll have to fact check me.
7 years or so. It's boring. It's such a boring topic to me. I think it's boring to you guys, and I want to give you something either interesting, funny, or relaxing. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So here's an ASMR video, I guess. I'll open up a pack of gummy candy or something. Okay, here we go.
That's the rest of the video. The rest of the video is just him opening up a fucking thing of gummy candy because of how much of a boring fucking idiot baby Greg Miller is. There's 6 minutes of me opening up gummy candy because fucking Greg Miller is a stupid retard baby. Oh, dude, well, this is funnier. This idea is funnier than the whole thing. So Greg Miller did this whole thing where he would tell like 2 jokes and then he was just like, fuck Trump, fuck Elon. And that was the whole thing, dude. Let me see if I can find the clip. All right, here we go.
And, it's good to feel independence.
100%. Yeah. If you wanted to, Stella, now that you're a free agent, you're out there, you could come work with us at Kinda Funny.
I mean this with my whole heart. I am not that desperate.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, nobody wants to work with you, you fucking clown. You're boring.
All right, next year when you're still unemployed, we'll see what's,
All right, okay, all right. Well, before we get started, we wanted to ask everyone here to give yourselves a round of applause.
If you are in this room right now, that means you were responsible for creating some of our newest, best games of all time.
Yeah, or you may have just gotten lost in the casino and felt like you walked into a fancy Doctor Who convention.
Yes, if you are in fact a normal person, these are people who make video games. And no, none of us can get your nephew free V-Bucks.
No. If this is your first time at the DICE Awards, let us explain it to you.
Of course, it is basically the same as the Game Awards, except instead of Muppets like Statler and Waldorf, we have hundreds of disgruntled white guys.
Since you're new to H&R
Bro, this is so boring. This is already so bad. Like, I can understand why he went with the ASMR video over watching this shit. Jesus Christ, dude.
Just in case, before anyone online gets mad, please note that it was Greg Miller that made that joke. So that's Gregmil.
They got it, Sarah. Okay. Don't worry about it. They're well aware of me online. Of course, we...
Barely. You're barely relevant. You're just a fucking clown. Like, this is... Oh my god, this is bad. This is so stupid.
You're excited for the awards part of our awards show.
Yeah, so that's why the producers have asked us to keep the show tight this year.
And they mean as short as possible.
Ooh, kind of like the amount of time Concord existed.
And the show is over. We'll see you next.
Oh, yeah, it was a great joke. Concord failed. It was a bad game, and nobody played it.
And the show is over. We'll see you next year.
Well.
It was a sad thing, but trust me, if you thought that was the worst joke of the night, strap in.
Yeah, I am honestly a little in awe of this audience. There are some very powerful executives in the game industry here tonight.
And to all of you, let me be the first to say, stop firing people.
Again, remember what I said about this all being a circle jerk? This is all a circle jerk. Let's get ahead here, because this is fucking boring,
Yeah,
dude.
and on top of that, GameStop shut down Game Informer.
And that one really hurt. I can't believe...
Good, dude. Shut it down, dude. All of this shit, just shut it down. Here's the thing. IGN, I would be, like, if IGN shut down tomorrow, I'd be like, that's really sad. Okay. Nothing, my life isn't going to change. I mean, they add 0 content anymore.
That. Of course, Game Informer was the best part of GameStop.
Yeah, now, unfortunately, the best part about a GameStop is leaving the GameStop.
Walking out, yeah.
Yeah.
That one was flat. Okay.
Yeah, dude, you haven't said anything funny yet. That's why.
Again, strap in, everybody. There was a lot of annoying culture war stuff around games in 2024.
Yeah, a lot of the talk revolved around women characters in games not being attractive anymore.
Yeah.
That's wild. It's wild you were saying the thing about attractive enough when you showed up with a highly... Like, I'm not trying to, like, shame her here, right? You complain about attractive enough, but you guys dolled yourself up to be attractive. Like, yeah, people don't want to watch it with, like, or play games with ugly people. Like, sorry. If you're a girl and you want to play a game and there's a hot guy in the game, you're going to want to play the game because there's a hot guy. Like, if it's fucking, you are given the controller and it's me to control, no girl's going to want to play that game. Plain and simple. They're going to be like, why the fuck would I play as the weird, scruffy, fat man?
And when I think about it, I have a very nuanced opinion on it, which is basically, who fucking cares? Have these people seen a woman up close?
Dude, obviously they care enough to to have these games not sell well. I mean, here's the thing. I have my own critiques with the culture war bullshit, and I hate when they try to tear a game down before it even has a chance to live. But I do have to say that this shit isn't working for y'all, buddy. It's just not. It's just fucking, this is all falling so fucking flat. Like, you can't force people to buy a game that they don't want to play with a bunch of, like, characters that you say we should like, but nobody else likes.
Before, what the fuck are we talking about, everybody? But of course, you can tell times are tough because Indiana Jones fighting Nazis in games is now considered political.
Did anybody have a problem with who actually? I thought everybody liked Indiana Jones actually, so let's check that out. I don't even need to check that out. Indiana Jones did really fucking well. I don't know why nobody had a problem with punching Nazis in Indiana Jones. Actually, I actually said that all those people that were being fucking little cringe lords and complaining about the one guy that was super gay that was at the announcement of Indiana Jones. Anybody who's calling the game woke at that point, I said you are a cringe lord. Wait till the game comes out. I am always a firm believer to wait till the game comes out and then reap the fucking chaos that happens if it's bad. Then I start reaping chaos. I don't do the preparation to chaos, and then I'm like, it's like then I'm not having a good time because I don't get my chaos. I don't get to like munch down on it. Chaos. Nobody was mad about punching Nazis. Everybody likes punching Nazis. Who the fuck doesn't like punching Nazis? This is this ideology where they think that, oh, because people on the right are Nazis. Obviously, they've always been Nazis. Like, well, who the fuck are? Well, what are you talking about? That's why they don't like punching Nazis. No one. Everyone loves punching Nazis. Everybody loves the old Wolfenstein games. What are we talking about here?
Yeah. But you know what? Let's celebrate the good.
Of course.
Personally, we are so glad that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is nominated for 6 awards tonight. Yeah.
And from what I hear, it deserves it. I heard that game was fucking amazing. I heard it was fucking amazing. And I haven't seen, and like, even the culture war guys that talk shit about Indiana Jones pre-launch had to eat fucking crow because of how good the game was. And they had to backtrack. They had to backtrack on it because they look like assholes. So, I mean, even they were like even people like Andy Pants Gaming had to come out and be like, yeah, I heard the game was good. And he's a fucking clown. So, your whole premise here is just fucking stupid. It's so dumb. This is so fucking bad.
Including Game of the Year.
Including Game of the Year. Let me tell you, nobody, and I mean nobody, gets screwed out of awards more than a December video game.
Yeah, it's...
I know I'm pausing again, but that is so true. I fucking hate that the Game Awards are before the end of the year. Why would you hold an award show before the year actually ends? And you're like, well, then the next year starts. Yeah, the Christmas season games are the games that they're putting them out in Christmas season because that's the best time to sell games. That's like Christmas gifts. That's, why the fuck would you, like, some of the best movies of the year always come out in December. It's the same thing with video games. Why the fuck would you have the Game Awards, like, beginning of December? That's are in fucking September. I think it's September is when they have the Game Awards, which is just retarded. It's so retarded.
Great for Christmas, but terrible for trophies.
Terrible for trophies, and this isn't even a joke. We just really like that game and want to call out the fact that it's great and it got a Game of the Year nomination. Come on.
I know. It really makes you feel like Indiana Jones.
It does, it does, it does.
Also, Troy Baker, if you're out there, if you ever want to leave me voicemails as Indiana Jones, feel free.
Okay.
I get one. Come on.
You get one. You get as many as you want. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
I see Rod Ferguson over here. Of course, one of my favorite games, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred, is nominated for Online Game of the Year. Get your hands together.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rod. Of course, that is a game that takes real skill. Deeper than A.
Oh, wait,
when you're dismantling democracy.
There we go. This is where we're getting into it. Here we go.
But of course, you can tell times are tough.
I almost skipped, but then I remembered Diablo 4 is a game that Elon Musk plays, so we're gonna get here.
Because Indiana Jones fighting Nazis in games is now considered. Of course, one of my favorite games, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred, is nominated for Online Game of the Year. Get your hands together.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rod. Of course, that is a game that takes real skill.
It does. Yeah, and I'm not trying to flatter everyone here, but if I know one thing about this audience, is that none of you had to pay someone to play Diablo for you.
So this is funny because like there was a drama with Elon Musk, and I saw this little clip right here. I actually saw this, so this would be a pre-watch moment. I saw this on Twitter. Elon Musk's drama with Asmongold was about Path of Exile. It wasn't about Diablo 4. There has been no proof that I'm good at Diablo 4 on occasion. Like, why the fuck wouldn't he be good? It's an easy game. Like, there was no drama about him not being good at Diablo 4. It was Path of Exile 2. Like, I know that's a weird thing to get caught up on, but I know it's just a tangent to shit on people you don't like, but it's weird. Like, it's weird that we're talking about like people like this, just that they're coming up here and lecturing people that like, and there's a lot of people that stand by what Elon Musk is doing, stand by this current administration. Half the country did, and this is who represents all of game media, like people like this. It's a giant circle jerk, which is weird, dude. It's weird to have this much of a bias where you have a room of people in the industry willing to clap and cheer for fucking against half of the beliefs of the entire country. Now, I don't love Elon Musk, but I still think this is cringe.
It's hard to level up your own characters when you're dismantling democracy.
We're in good company here, but just in case for the people online, if you get mad at that joke, it's Greg Miller. Greg
Miller.
Slay, queen. Fucking slay.
Fuck Elon Musk and fuck Donald Trump.
So proud and brave. So proud and brave. Dude. I mean, he's fixing I mean, for years we've talked about the division in this country and all this sowing of division. And it wasn't by guys like this. They were fighting to stop the division in the country. But yeah, dude, so proud and brave. This is why people are mad. I mean, like, to take and talk shit about, I don't know, dude. What was crazy about this to me is this is a throwback, right? This is a fucking throwback to how it was during the Obama administration. There was a country singer named Hank Williams Jr. He used to do the Monday Night Football song. And he said on, I think it was Fox, he said, "Obama's not my president." He then lost his contract. He was fired from doing the NFL football song. He was canceled from fucking everything. He was like shoved out of the spotlight. He used to be a very prominent singer, and he was shoved out. All because he said, "Obama is not my president." But we have somebody that's prominent in games journalism standing up here and saying, "Fuck Donald Trump." This is a huge bias we have in today's society and journalism. I mean, you could say the bias was there with the Obama thing, but I just think I don't think Hank Williams should have done that. I don't think he should have gone out there and been annoying about the president. I mean, he was already Hank Williams' audience was not fucking left-wing. So, I mean, it wasn't going to change his audience's opinion on him. But this idea that you are the guy reporting on games, I'm just not going to take anything you say seriously because you're more worried about politics than you are gaming. You came to this game award show and decided to fleece your political opinions on stage where it had no place being. Absolutely no fucking place being. You came out here and just attacked the current administration, which is fine. I think you were allowed to criticize it, but to take and put a award show, to turn it into a political place where you can do your political speech and you can show how fucking cool you are because you're shitting on him. You also have to remember that there is like half of the buyer base of these games and stuff. Half these people in here want everyone to buy their games. You complain about studios shutting down and people getting fired. Well, if you propagate ideas like that, you're going to alienate half of the country from buying that game. And then more people get fired. That's things people like this don't think about. I mean, it's just goon behavior. This is gooning behavior. It's just fucking sad and pathetic and cringe. I mean, I would say the same thing if it would have been like during the Biden administration and some guy walks up there and says, "Fuck Joe Biden" at a Game Awards. I'm like, this is not the place for it. It's not the place for it. I'm sorry. Like, why are you alienating half the country because you don't like Joe Biden? That's what I would have said. I would have said the exact same thing. I think this is fucking pathetic and cringe.
Yeah, speaking of which, a lot of changes happened in the past year.
That's right. For example, the PlayStation 5 Pro came out last year.
This is true, yeah. You know, it's so powerful that Sony is almost...
Yeah, I'm bored of this. That was the Greg Miller situation. I mean, the first guy was right. ASMR is more interesting than his entire fucking career. That was not fun at all.